citizens, poor people and the women, poor people in the city, poor people around the city are dying in silence, needlessly, because we do not have a comprehensive citywide plan.
Why not?
We have a major Mayor's Commission on HIV and AIDS that has met a handful of times for the purpose of this conference, but has not fulfilled their purpose of fixing this city. We must end these AIDS in DC now.
We can end AIDS! 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 Last night, Mayor Gray stood on the stage and he failed to tell you that in fact there are 1,000 people on a waiting list for AIDS housing here in the District of Columbia. That is shameful. That's why we say shame. Shame! 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 When asked what he was going to do about this, the mayor has no plan to end the housing waiting list. He didn't even acknowledge last night when he spoke that in fact all is not well. The number of HIV infections among women is skyrocketing, not falling. Mr. Mayor, what you are doing is failing. You need a new plan, and we will not let you speak until you promise that there will in fact be one. We can end AIDS! 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 Housing is health care, and the waiting list now! Housing is health care, and the waiting list now! Housing is health care, and the waiting list now! Mr. Mayor, will you acknowledge right now that there are over 1,000 people on a waiting list for AIDS housing in the district? And will you acknowledge that there are infection rates that are going through the roof? And will you tell us right now, what is your plan? Because as far as we can tell, you do not have one.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Well, this was probably an unplanned part of the opening this morning, and as somebody who used to be an activist, I actually can appreciate this. Some of you... How about a big hand for these activists out here fighting on behalf of HIV and AIDS? They may be right about some things, they're wrong about some things, but the fact of the matter is there continues to be activism to be able to end this epidemic, not only in Washington, D.C., but around the globe. Welcome everybody to the Global Village. Thank you all very much.
Are there 1,000 people or more on a waiting list? Do you have a plan to fix that waiting list?
We actually have lots of plans, and I actually was going to address some of that. May I be able to give my comments?
If you'll tell us what the plan is.
May I be? Well, of course we can't stand up here this morning and talk about what a plan is. You know, we have all of our leaders. Excuse me. We have all of our leadership here. If you want to wait until I finish, I'll be happy to have a conversation with you. Would you like to do that?
We don't want platitudes.
Would you like to have a conversation or not?
We've had several conversations.
Well, listen. That's my offer at this thing, and I'm gonna proceed with my comments. And I think it would be helpful if you just let me go forward.
Are you going to tell us what the plan is? Are there over 1,000 people on the waiting list? Are there or are there not?
Well, you know what? If we aren't going to go any further, let me do this. Let me welcome everybody here to the Global Village.
Give us the plan! 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 Mr. Mayor! Give us the plan! Mr. Mayor! Give us the plan! If you do not right now have a plan, which it seems you don't, will you commit that within 6 months, those 1,000 people will be housed?
Dr. Pappas, we do have a plan. We have multiple plans. Is that right? Stand up, Dr. Pappas. Stand up, Dr. Levin. We have our leadership of our health department here. We have our leadership of our health department here. And we will be happy to talk with you all. We'll be happy to share every plan we have, including the fact that you all know that we're following President Obama's National Strategic Plan, and we're measuring our goals by that plan. Now, if you'd like, excuse me,
6 months from now, will there still be 1,000 people on that waiting list or no?
Excuse me. We will be happy to discuss that with you. We'll share documents with you. We've been very transparent about this, and we'll be happy to continue to do that.
And you transparently have no plan to house the people living with AIDS. That's not okay.
I think I've answered the question.
Let him talk. Thank you. Let him talk.
Would you all like to hear a welcome to the District of Columbia? Yes. Now I hear from those who would like to hear more about what we're trying to do to address AIDS in the District of Columbia. I actually am from the community, and I've been an activist for whoever made that comment. I spend more of my time in my life being an activist than I have being in political life or being in government positions. And I want to say again, I want to say again that I am delighted to be able to welcome you to what I think is the heart of this conference. And that is the community that's created by people from all over the world to allow the information, the exchange of information, the exchange of ideas, and frankly, to strengthen the bonds of friendship that we know have an important